All right, I got one of these painted with the Mod Podge acrylic paint mixture. As you can see, that's a thin coat because I can see a lot of pink in there yet. And I got this guy to go. And this is drying down here. Again, I'm seeing a lot of pink. I'm not seeing it myself, but through this, I'm seeing pink. Which is okay, because that's Steven Tyler's favorite color. Okay, so let that dry and come back up and possibly do a second coat. See if I got another container that I can mix up a lighter one for the light portions. You're wet and it's worse. Considering that I am wanting to put on a light coat and then a color coat, not that big of a deal. There'll be more than enough paint on this. dried pretty good. It's so it's tacky. Paint is probably drying. So let's get my lobby. All right. Walk away. Just walk away. All right, I'm probably messing this up because I'm sitting here debating. Damn. If I should put another coat of dark on or go with the medium gray and have that be my second coat, and then get a very light coat because these are a little bit more white than they are gray. But that'd be a third coat on this. And if I have the medium gray on this, I'm going to end up putting the colors for each of the rooms in there. So that'd be a third coat on that. I think that's the way to go, even though the first coat you can tell did not do a good job. I think that's what I'm doing, even though I don't think I have enough mixed up. Which means I just got to mix up more. All right, here we go. All right, well, I mean, that's 2 coats. I mean, this is the first time I've ever done this, so I'm a little frustrated because the detail that I put in is pretty much, like, especially this room, it's just gone. It's just all gone. It's just covered up with the paint. Maybe I should have dry brushed it and not put on so much paint, that's why I was dabbing. But again, it is what it is. I'm gonna bring the board up here once this is dry and see how far off. I think this needs another thing of white. And if that's the case, that will be dry brushed. This is 2 coats that's got the glue sealing in it. And it's thin on both, and maybe I should have put some water in it to make it really thin. And it would have spread better. Because I got little spots like this where I'm not seeing my bricks. But, you know, it is what it is. Don't fight the funk. All right, so I wasn't happy with how this turned out from the second coat. So I went and took that first paint, added it to a bunch of water. I made a wash and getting it a little dirty, bringing back some of that detail. I mean, I went to all that work, you know, running all that aluminum foil across this. I want to see at least some of the rock texture, right? And even if what I'm seeing isn't the aluminum foil texture showing up, you know, it's the paint drying funny. So, you know, it's giving me something. And I also went out and just bought some paints to color the rooms. So, I mean, a lot of this is going to get covered up again anyway. And I might end up having to do this a second time. But I'm liking what's happening. And I'm saying this is a wash. I don't know. It's just dirty paint water at this point, honestly. But it's intentional dirty paint water. In my limited knowledge, that counts. Right? Right. Again, went through all this work, and then I'm not gonna show it, not gonna highlight it. That's kind of silly. All right, after a lot of debate, I decided that I was gonna go ahead and put this lighter color in the rooms so that these colors pop more. Because this right here, get in the light, is yellow on top of a little dry brush white like this, and yellow on just the gray. And to get those colors to pop, they kind of need to have that white base. So that's what I ended up doing and will continue to do. And as you can see, it's not perfect, but that also kind of gives it a little bit of a something. Whether that's those thicker parts are more casted light or just different tonations within the rock. It just seems to kind of work. So, and since I'm holding this with a hand and I kind of want to have two hands free when I'm doing this, I'm not going to keep this thing held the whole time. Not to mention my intention too is once everything's painted and it's looking good, that's a hot spot. I'll put the screws in down here, put the magnets on, put on the strips, and then I'll be taking this and the darker color, which I still have, and going over the top of that. So I'm going to be having shadows basically on the edges here. And I'll do that once I have everything kind of painted. There you go.